What's up, blockchain enthusiasts? And maybe some of you noticed the channel name change to Blockchain Wise and are wondering what's going on there. Well, instead, I could have named it like Wise Crypto, Wise Token. Didn't want to name it Wise Token because Wise Token is just one piece of the ecosystem. So I renamed the channel Blockchain Wise because blockchain is the underlying technology that is, the backbone of everything. You can't have cryptocurrency without blockchain. It's the blockchain technology that has the consensus mechanisms that, that's where the technology lies. And I think everybody should understand what a blockchain is, how it works, and I'm happy to help educate too. So that's what I wanted to convey with the rename. That I want to educate people about blockchain, and also I'm building this Wise token ecosystem on blockchain, and it's pretty amazing. So first of all, I mean, there's so much we could talk about, but the first thing is that I am becoming way more active on Twitter, and I even have a personal account right now. So if you're following the Wise Token account, make sure you also follow the Liquid NFTs account. It's at liquid_NFTs, and then my personal account at Peter Gurr, Girr. So I'm very active on those accounts, and I have been for a few weeks now. We are really ramping up, the message that we are sending out to the world. And if you want to have a really good explanation of like why I'm building these things, why we exist, and what I'm all about, just read the pinned message on my profile. There's a nice thread there. But these links will be in the description below for you to follow easily. And you really should follow Twitter, not only because I'm tweeting, but also because starting tomorrow I am going to be hosting a Twitter Spaces called what do we call it? Something about golden nuggets. I think it's Golden Nugget Hour or something similar to that. So if you are following the Liquid NFTs account, you'll be able to see that. We are going to start doing them Tuesdays and Fridays. And it's going to be 1 hour of jam-packed information where the first 30 minutes is talking about the what's happening in crypto and Wise token and liquid NFTs. So I mean, I'm sure everybody's aware, if you have your radar up at all, about what's going on with Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX collapse, all that entire fiasco. And we'll talk about that. We'll make sure you're updated there. So it'll be a great place to get information about just the cryptocurrency and NFT market as a whole, and also about our latest updates. What are we doing? So this is Twitter Spaces. Twitter was just bought by Elon Musk. I think that's a great move, and I am very interested to see where Twitter goes from here. And I'm going to be creating more content on Twitter. So previously, the top place to get information was here on YouTube or in our Discord servers. You could just ask me stuff directly or ask the team stuff directly. Now it's going to be on Twitter. So come, if you don't have a Twitter account, make a Twitter account. If you do, follow our stuff and come and listen to our spaces. At the end of every spaces, the last half will be just a Q&A for people to ask us questions about anything, whether it's in the Wise ecosystem or if it's just about crypto and NFTs in general. So that'll be a great space, and I'm going to record them all. There's a record feature for Twitter Spaces. So I'm going to make sure that even if you're in the wrong time zone, you can still listen to it afterwards. They're only going to be an hour long, and the information jam-packed will be front-loaded, so that you'll be able to get your information really easily in just a few minutes, as opposed to some of these spaces I join. Man, you could be there hours before you get your golden nugget. So that's the point of having a golden nugget hour spaces. That's the idea there. So please join those stuff, and make sure you're engaged there, because that is where we're going to be. Now, in case you missed it, we launched Liquid NFTs. Wow, if you don't know about Liquid NFTs by now, you really aren't paying attention. But maybe you haven't seen some of the latest updates we have been doing. First of all, our homepage looks amazing. I'm so happy with what the team has done here, and very, very proud of this product right here. And as you know, our flagship product on this platform is instant pools. You can see that we still have over $300,000 total value locked, which is allowing people to take out instant loans in Ethereum or USDC. But have you really looked into these pools and seen what it's about? So you can see, if you go inside the pools, you can see there's currently 3 NFTs in the pools. They're all cool cats for some reason. These 2 are mine that I'm using to borrow some Ethereum. And this person is actually our first outside user that I don't know who it is, but somebody, saw tweets that I made or something and decided to take out a loan in wrapped Ethereum on their cool cat. So that's super cool. But you can see it doesn't just work for cool cats. You can even go into our other pool and see that there is more, that there's, a doodle here and a moonbird here. But if you have pretty much any blue chip, down to CryptoPunks, Mutant Apes, Moonbirds, Doodles, Cool Cats, Clonex, Bored Apes, or Azuki, you can either get a loan on USDC up to 35% of the value of your NFT, or up to 70% in Ethereum. So that's pretty cool. Now, if we go look at the show pricing data, you say maybe, why are these check marks orange? Well, that is because the Oracle is about to update, and when an Oracle is about to update, it'll show you what's happening. So you can see the floor price of Azuki got changed. It got lowered from 10.2 Ethereum to 9 Ethereum. As soon as this comes into effect, then you'll only be able to borrow Azukis based on the floor price of 9 Ethereum if you have a floor Azuki. Now, of course, it's different for other traits. Let's see, if you've got some golden offhand, you can still borrow up to 15 Ethereum here. Well, sorry, that's the evaluation. You can't borrow that much. You can borrow 70% of that amount. But if you have a spirit, you can still borrow at a 50 Ethereum evaluation. But this just kind of shows you what the change is going to be, so you can monitor it, because the Oracle is very important to understand, and it's cool that we have this feature now that you can actually track it. You can see the floor price, Bored Apes being adjusted down to 58 Ethereum floor price, 15% reduction. Just because of the markets, that's what the floor price is now. So you can see all the differences. So that's pretty cool. We also have this nice little chat box here, so you can actually chat live with someone on the team, either myself, Vitali, or whoever's available at the time. We might not get back to you that very second, but the message will be there for you. Within 24 hours, we'll have somebody reply. But if you're having any issues whatsoever, or just want to ask a question about the platform, that's there. We have this cool feature down here. Let's see, pricing details. So if you go to pricing details in our footer, you can check out any token ID. You can see I just typed in whatever the token ID is. It could be for Bored Apes or any of these right here, and it'll tell you, look, this is the Bored Ape token ID 123, and it'll tell you the amounts that it's valued at. So it's valued at 68.9 Ethereum right now. So that's pretty cool. And that'll tell you how much you can borrow, because if you want to borrow, in the Ethereum, you can borrow 70% of 68.9, or if you want to borrow USDC, you can borrow 35%. So those are some cool new updates. Total value locked is a cool feature. I'd like to get feedback on whether we should put total value locked on the home page too. This is more of like an informational page. It's not meant to have, too much stuff, but I think maybe total value locked right here could be cool. But yeah, good stuff right there. Make sure that you're joining our Twitter, because I'm going to be doing Twitter Spaces regularly, at least twice a week. That's going to be more than I make videos. You notice I make videos every couple weeks, at least once every month, to give people updates. But it's really it's going to be a lot more on Twitter Spaces. So the market's down right now. It's super down, and it's unfortunate. There's been some nefarious characters that have helped, crash it, but we're still building, and just like we have been since 2019. This is not the first bear market we are building through, and it was just that we built all the way through the bear market when COVID-19 hit, and we were building all throughout that, and it was just at the very end of that bear market that we were able to launch because we've been building all the way through it. So very cool. I think the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is that just to give you a zoom out bigger picture, just like that's what my channel is supposed to be about, right? It's talking about the entire blockchain and just helping you understand what this is all about. Most projects that are good, like Wise Token, for instance, like Liquid NFTs, we're gonna struggle to get eyeballs on because and there's a couple reasons for that. One, and like the fairer a project is, and the more decentralized and fair it is, the harder it is to actually market, because we are competing with other industry players that are not as fair as us, that are more greedy. And because they're more greedy, they're able to have those VCs, they have people of interest, there's people throwing money at it. So they can spend millions of dollars on marketing. They can, they can, throw money out there because they stand to make money if their platform, becomes successful. With the Wise Token ecosystem and with Liquid NFTs, everything was built fair. I am not going to make a massive chunk of money when this becomes successful. I am going to make a massive chunk of money if, along with all the other investors, only if this becomes super successful. So a lot of projects out there are they build themselves a golden parachute and they give themselves a huge chunk of the revenue of and the ownership and the revenue, like even the quote unquote fair ones. I've made other videos about this, but Wise doesn't get a big chunk of the revenue. Wise, the only revenue I get is from my own personal investment, just like if you're an investor in Wise or if you become an investor in Liquid NFTs, and with a token associated with that, then it's going to be just the same. It's nobody gets any advantages, and it's all based on your personal investment at the market rates. Just it's going to be an auction, just like Wise, and so because of that, I don't get an immediate benefit for, like, I can't just shill out millions of dollars of marketing like some competitors do. I can't just go and get some VCs because I have no equity to give, because when this is all said and done, that equity goes to the token holders. That revenue share of what Liquid NFTs makes and what Lend and Borrow makes, that's only going to the token holders. Those profits are going to token holders. And so I can't have VCs, and I can't go raise a bunch of money because I have nothing to offer in return. I refuse to give away revenue share because I want to give all of that revenue share back to the token holders of the community. So because of that, things are a little bit slower. We're not going to be able to become an overnight sensation. However, what we can do is we can, get one user here, one user there, one user every day, and keep on grinding until we do reach some point of critical mass. So this was our first user right here, whoever owns this Cool Cats, and that is super special. And we are going to continue, and especially in a bear market like this, we're going to continue to promote until we have dozens of users, hundreds of users, thousands of users, and we're going to do this until we become successful. And then once we are successful, once we do have that traction, we will do the token sale. The token sale will be a proxy of Wise, and your share of that sale is going to equal your share of the revenue that this platform generates, and all of that is going to be wired completely decentralized in a non-custodial way. And then, this is the grand vision for this entire ecosystem, to make Liquid NFT successful and Wise Lend Borrow successful, and then connect it back into Wise token through the proxy Wise token, which is the IQ token. So I don't know if that made sense, because I'm basically rehashing things that are kind of complicated. But if you want to really dig into some of the things that I was saying, you can click on the Learn More button and check out our documents, which are right here. And so you can go into the IQ token and DAO and understand exactly how that's going to work, and get a better idea. But the bottom line is this, guys. We are going to grind and grind and grind until we reach that critical mass and, become successful. And it's a tough road right now because we're in a bear market, and it's really hard to get users, and it's even more hard to get people to put money in our platform when everybody's taking money out of platforms. So we're going to continue grinding. We're going to be successful. And I really need everybody's help to do so. So I need you to stay connected, because you have no idea how much it will help for you to just be connected with us on Twitter, to like a message or to retweet a message, and to listen to our spaces. And that brings us attention, which creates success for the platform, which will be invaluable once we start to actually gain traction. And this affects Wise. This is exact, and I'm talking about the token. This affects Wise token, because everything I'm building, Liquid NFTs, the Wise protocol, Lend Borrow, it's all connected. The token that's going to be launched from this is a proxy of Wise. You literally buy it with Wise, and the profits that are generated by this protocol will be held in Wise. And so we are kind of at I don't want to say crossroads. We are at a kind of cool point where everything we do now and every little bit of traction that we gain is going to start to show across the entire ecosystem, because it affects the entire ecosystem. And, even little successes is going to have little blips on the hearts of what's going on with Wise, what's going on with everything. So I want you guys to be connected. So stay tuned, follow Twitter. We got big things that we're working on. The next big thing we want to launch, besides, some new features for Liquid NFTs, is the Wise protocol, lending and borrowing. And, that's just huge. That's our Aave competitor. So stay connected. I know it can be difficult, especially in a time like this, where all our portfolios are going down if we're holding crypto, and it's hard. But this is when we really make the decisions that matter, and sticking with us through this time, and providing your attention and your interaction will help out this entire ecosystem immensely. So hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow. If not, can just watch the recording on, the recordings are, going to be watchable or listenable for the next few days. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like here as well. That, of course, helps. And I'll see you in the next one.